All right, I need this video to connect up. Please, please connect up. Come on. All right, I see the video. Now let's refresh the group. All righty. All right, we are definitely in the group. We are definitely in the group. Okay, so let's start it. Welcome to Unlock Your First Six Figures morning show. I am your host, Shay Cannon. I'm an award-winning fractional chief operating officer with an exclusive clientele of six and seven figure CEOs. However, I have a mission, and that mission includes you, small business owners and entrepreneurs who are spinning their wheels and struggling to get to their first six figures in business. I want to help you to make the money and create time freedom. My freedom looks like living and working my business from anywhere in the world. I'll spare you the details of how I've been doing that for 5 years and just let you know I'm living my best life and working my best life, best business currently in Mexico. All right, let's get to it. This week, we're talking about the answers to the data that is in about the 2024 biggest challenges facing small businesses. Okay. Now, they're talking directly to us. All of us are small businesses. And little do they know, we have come equipped for the answers to all the challenges that they claim that we're going to have in 2024, right? So, no problem. We survived 2023. Great. 2024 is not quite over. We got some struggles coming in. So I compiled all the data from big places or top resources like the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, Small Business Association, Forbes, Inc., and other places. And I kind of came up with 4 categories that were the top categories they said we would have challenges with this year. So on Monday, we talked about economic and financial challenges, okay? And it's more than the cost of goods and increased interest rates. So go back to Monday's replay for not only what the full challenge scope is, but for the 7 or 9 resources that we gave and how we talked about how to deal with it in your particular business, okay? Now, on yesterday, we talked about support to open capacity. You're going to lack support to open or have challenges with support to open capacity. Now, the ladies brought up about a good question yesterday, and that is, what is the difference between opening capacity and growth and scale, right? Well, opening your capacity is getting just a little bit of growth, right? You're just opening up to take more clients, to get more money. You're not necessarily doing a big growth, and you're definitely not doing a scale, which is being able to service a volume of people, without any challenges. That's scale, right? Serving a whole bunch of people excellently is scale. But right now though, we just need a little more money, right? We just need a little more money. And so they said there's going to be a challenge. So we gave you the scope of that challenge and the answers to that challenge on yesterday. So catch yesterday's replay for that. Okay. Now, today we're in our 3rd category of what the powers to be that collected information said is going to be our challenge in 2024. And the funny thing is, we have already been talking about it for at least half of 2023. We are ahead of the curve on this thing, okay? So what they're talking about is that marketing is going to be ineffective. For most small businesses, their marketing is going to be ineffective in 2024. We've had this discussion, right? But let's go into it. So from knowing who to talk to, where to talk to them, and what to say to start relationships that lead to the payoff, marketing is a struggle for a huge amount of small businesses right now, right now. And it hasn't even doubled down on the change that's coming yet. So not enough time is taken to push would-be buyers into awareness and then through the stages of like, know, and trust, okay? Without the relationships built by marketing, there are very few sales, okay? And few sales is the exact reality of too many small businesses, okay? That's how y'all go out of business, right? So, just so that you know, marketing, again, that client journey, right? We have to market to get people into awareness of us. We have to market to get people to take an invitation so that we can keep talking to them, right? And then we have to nourish them, right? We have to engage them, give them value, all of those things. And then after that, we have to know exactly when to ask for the sale, right? I love when they talk about dating. Auntie Shaky, you in this picture, Lord Jesus. We knew you was the rich auntie, but Lord, what is this going on? This disruption on this picture. Anyway, I realized that our Facebook family can't see her picture, but that is hilarious. Um, anyway, so what's happening right now is all of those shortcuts that used to be there, right? It used to be that if the one that paid the most in advertising, Facebook ads, social media ads, could make the most money, right? It used to be that in the pandemic when everybody was sitting at home looking to just buy stuff, that people could make money. That was the shortcut. Now the marketing climate is self-correcting. Shout out to Casey Brown, our TikTok expert. She gave me those words for it. The marketing climate is self-correcting. Okay, you got to go back to traditional marketing, and some of y'all never knew what that was. You never knew what that was, right? You started a business, you started selling something, you saw people on social media saying they were selling something and people was buying, so you started doing what they were doing. But guess what? That's not working anymore. That's not working anymore. You have to go back to traditional marketing and with a lead funnel. So look that up, lead funnel, right? But to get you started, again, we've already been talking about how you should be doing content, okay? To bring people into awareness, to give value before you start asking for the sale. We've already talked about how to put together marketing campaigns and all of that. So there are, let me count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I was correct. 10 resources in the blog. The blog is at shaycannon.com/answers. For this segment of the blog, there are 10 resources from where we have been talking about it for a long time. Okay? Been talking about it. Now, what I want to talk to you about uh, in depth here on the morning show is I, on yesterday, took part in Neil Patel's webinar. Okay? Neil Patel, if you don't know who he is an SEO giant, digital marketing giant. Okay. He has several $1 million companies and he helps million and $1 billion companies. Okay. So when he talks, I listen. He's one of my gurus that I get valuable information for. So he had a webinar yesterday. He entitled it Content is Not King, the New Approach to Content Marketing. Right now, it's so funny because shout out to Dr. Tanya. Dr. Tanya was on there with me, a couple of my business besties. Shout out to Tawana and Tay and Tosh or Tashana. Y'all might know it's Tashana. But all they kept saying was, this is what you teach all the time. This is what you've been teaching and getting us ready for. It is. It is. If you missed that organic marketing workshop, you missed some stuff, baby. Now I'm gonna tell you, it's not quite ready for replay yet. Like it ain't set up like a replay yet. But if you go and buy it right now, all the information is there in the vault. You can watch the replays and all the materials are there. It just ain't pretty for replay yet. But hey, if you don't want to wait till I make it pretty, go to shaycannon.com/organic because the ladies that took that workshop are more ready for marketing than any of you. Let me tell you, any of you. Okay. Now let's go back to Neil Patel. All right. Neil Patel again gave a webinar yesterday morning. Content is not king, the new approach to content marketing. All he really was saying is the same thing I've been telling you, which is you can't just make a post and ask for the sale anymore. You can't just make a post and ask for the sale anymore. That's not how it works. Them people don't know you. They don't like you. They don't trust you. They don't know you yet. So asking them to spend their hard-earned money, which we already know money is an issue, okay? To spend their hard-earned money with you when they don't like, know, and trust you is bananas. It's banana pants, and you ain't gonna get no money, okay? So one thing that he said is, it's funny because I felt like when he started talking, at first I thought he was going to say something contrary to what I've been teaching. Come to find out that title was really kind of just clickbait because content still is king. It's just not king to be asking for the sale. You have to give great content and that has great value to help them come into awareness and to nurture them before you start asking for the sale. Okay, so he started talking about how AI is impacting marketing. Okay, he's saying more people than ever before are going to be putting out content. So just putting out content is not enough. You have to put out great content. You have to put out fresh outlooks. You have to put out what people are not saying. Okay. So it's funny because I said that I was going to just do a little private meeting with all the people who did the organic marketing workshop. And we were just going to have an update with this. But I decided, you know what? I'm going to share it with everybody. And if you don't know everything we talking about, then maybe you should just go and get the workshop. Okay. So, because the resource is out there. So basically, what I learned is what I already knew. Okay. Now, he gave some few tips. And those tips are churning out content is not enough. Okay. You have to create quality content. You have to go and see what are people saying who use the same keywords that you use, right? So not only what are the questions that your would-be clients are asking, but also use those keywords and key phrases to see what content is already out there. Okay? Because this is what I want you to think about. AI, when you let AI write your content, it's really just regurgitating content that's already been out there. So you're not saying anything new if you're using AI generated content. You're saying a compilation of everything that's already out there. Okay. So that doesn't mean don't start there. You start there, but then if you get what's already out there, you need to look at that information and decide what are the gaps in that information. You need to fill the gaps with your content, right? So this is what I came up with as he was talking, because the gurus, they kind of talk high level. They don't always give us the secret sauce of what they're talking. They just get us to thinking differently. They don't really give us the actionable steps for real because they want us to hire them, right? I do too. However, I still give you actionable steps. So what I kind of boiled it down to is you need to be figuring out what's being said. And guess what you need to do in your content? Translate it to make it easier to understand. I do that for y'all every day. Every day. I tell you what's been said and then I break it down. So in your information, you know that they're going too high level. Break it down for your audience. Translate it. Okay. Give them a different view of it. I do that for y'all all the time. Okay. Take the concept that's an overview and give action steps to it. Okay. This is how you're going to stand out. Now, he did give a pro tip, because basically all of that is what he talked about. That good content that has engagement and quality over quantity. Because now everybody's going to be doing quantity. Okay? So the pro tip that he gave is that you need to use your highest traffic content, filter that traffic to your conversion sources. So basically what he meant, watch me translate. All right. I'm doing what I'm telling. I do this every day. Now watch me do what I just told you to do. These were his exact words. Use highest traffic pages to filter traffic to conversion. But do you know what that means? No. Right? So watch me translate. When you have content that is so good that you got a lot of reactions, you got a lot of content, people have told you it was transformational, that content, you take that content, right? And you steer people from that content to something that you have to sell that is a solution to the problem discussed in that content. Did y'all catch that? So he went overview with it, just threw out something, talking, here's a pro tip. But most of those people on the webinar didn't understand the pro tip, right? This is when I tell you, you cannot reverse engineer if you're not first an engineer. Well, your girl is an engineer, and then I come and give you the goods, okay? So your highest converting content, okay? Let me give you an example. If I had a class on AI, right? I could go back to the morning shows where I taught y'all about Chat GPT. Go in those comments and invite everybody that interacted with that content to the class. Do you get that? That's a high converting piece of content that I'm now filtering traffic to a source where I can convert them into sales. All right. That was his pro tip. Let me see. What else did he have on here? He also said, trying to find that one more thing that I was looking for. And I think I might have already said it. I just want to make sure I'm giving y'all all the goods. But basically, he said the same thing that I say all the time. So I tell y'all, some of y'all, this might be in some of my coaching. It may not be the general community, but I say all the time, hey, I've been putting out content, but I've been putting out content for convenience and not content for conversion. So if you've heard me say that, he also said we can't do that. I recognized early on I couldn't do that. Now, so what I will do is I will start out just doing content to get in the habit of doing content, right? I know I need to post every day, so I just post every day. I don't really always am strategic about it. I just do it to get in the habit of doing it. Then I go back and I say, okay, how can I make this time be worth it for everybody? Right? Am I nurturing them? Am I getting people who don't know me to like, know, and trust me? Am I getting you to think differently so that you understand what you need and what you don't need? Do I have offerings that align up with that? Okay. That's what I always say. What he said was quality over quantity. Don't post too much. Instead, post well. Is it valuable? Is it unique? Is it easy to read? Is it engaging? Are you sharing a strong call to action? Did y'all catch that? Okay. So I've shared with you what I learned from him yesterday. And guess what? It's all in line with the resources at shaycannon.com/answers. That is the answer to the struggle of your ineffective marketing. Now, from those that took the oh my God, that's a big ass mosquito. And I really just want to kill him right now. But for y'all that took the organic marketing workshop, got him. What that is when we're at our top of funnel, we need to put out quality to attract, because there's going to be plenty of quantity. Dead are the days that if you just put out content, you will get attention. Those days are dead. Everybody's now putting out content. And because of AI, everybody's going to look the same. So yet again, you have to find a way to stand out. To stand out, you have to put out quality content. So that means some of your lower level things that you have for sale might need to become your lead magnet, because you need to put out high value out there. Now, I'm not talking about your high ticket stuff, but I'm talking about in your low stuff, we might need to go a little higher with the low stuff. Okay. And that is some of the stuff that you have that's your lowest barrier of entry to spend money with you might need to become free. Okay. And then you go up higher to start your barrier of entry. Now, if you don't know what that means if you have a nice little training, okay, and you know it's valuable, you might need to give that training away for free to get leads. Okay. Now, it's not the training of your main offer. It's not the training of your high ticket. It was the training that you felt like, oh, I think they can afford this one for $47 to get them in the door of paying me money. Well, that $47 might need to become the new lead magnet, because that's what's going to help you stand out. Other people are going to still hold on to trying to get to the $47. If you're giving it away for free, more people are going to come to you, right? And now you have another barrier of entry to pull them through to start spending money. So gone are the days where a PDF is enough for a lead magnet, y'all. You're going to have to do a training. You're going to have to do maybe a mini course, right? eBooks, you might have to turn that into a limited podcast. Start to think different about how you're bringing these people in as leads, because also what's on the rise is coach hurt. Also what's on the rise is people paying for stuff and not getting their money's worth. Okay. So what you're going to have to do is give them value up front before they invest in you. You can't give them that little poo pie shit no more. Sorry. You're going to have to think differently. So all that shit you went through ChatGPT and had them make stuff for you, you're going to have to give it in a different format. Okay. So get above the curve. I'm giving you what you need to be, because your girl stayed with her finger on the pulse of what's happening, because I've been talking about this for months before the gurus. I've been getting you ready. Now it's time to execute, right? They've come and they've validated everything that we've been talking about. You have to stand out. So when everybody is doing something, you have to do something else, period. Or you look just like them. And now you're fighting for your life. Now you're a commodity. Okay. I love when they show the little dancing competitions, right? Have y'all ever seen a clip of a dancing competition where all the dancers are out there at the same time, and there's always one or two that catch everybody's attention, and guess what? Nobody sees anybody else but them. That's what y'all got to do. You got to stand out. You got to stand out. You might have to stand out. You might have to go and change your brand colors to stand out. Mine are a little bit muted. I'm going to have to add one in there that's a pop of color to get attention every time, right? Your message in your elevator pitch, in your messaging, in your marketing. What's standing out about that? Do you sound like everybody else that do what you do? Maybe you even sound like people who don't do what you do because your messaging isn't even clarified, right? You need to be looking at that because it's now time to stand out. More people are standing. It's more of a crowd now. Got to stand out. Okay. So that's the question for today. Ladies, is your marketing ineffective? In what ways do you need help standing out? Okay. What ways do you need help standing out with your marketing? I'm going to start with Teray because I know she might have to start driving again in a minute.
Good morning, ladies. So I am so in love with this topic right now. So how about, because I took your class, I've already been thinking through that.
Yes.
Because down the line, I was going to have this membership, but I was like, no, they need to be encouraged to join my membership. So however I created my membership to look, it has to look different. And I have to help them to believe that they're part of something already before they want to pull out their wallet. So last week, I started this Manifest Your Man journal prompt once a week in the evenings, right before bed on Thursday nights. And for those who bought the book, I'm starting in February what I'm calling book club. It's
Yes.
free. It's free, but it's a weekly thing. We're going to deep dive each chapter, on a weekly basis. So whenever they're done with that book club series, the natural thing for them to do will be to join the membership.
Mm-hmm.
So, but whenever I first thought of book club, I was thinking that would be the membership. And whenever you pay your fee for this, I don't know, 8-week course, then,
Mm-hmm.
you would get the book for free. But I was like, no, when you buy the book, then you join book club you see what I'm saying? So like you said, thinking differently.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm also
And
thinking of
Teray, I would invite you not to make that weekly because we need to watch your time, right? I would invite you to make it possibly monthly, just like book club is monthly.
got it.
You
Yeah.
gotta watch your time. We already have established that's an issue. We gotta watch. We can't act like it's not one, right? We're creating this
Mhm,
around your life. So I say
mhm.
monthly. Now, what you can do as a part of the membership is they can get an email every week. You see what I'm saying? But meeting with you monthly. Watch your time.
Yeah, you know what? And so if I'm gonna do it monthly, then maybe I'll have a private book club Facebook group, and I'll post videos in there at my leisure regarding the book.
Yes.
But it'll be free. But
Yeah.
they'll still feel like they're getting this membership thing. You know what I mean? It's part of their
Come
whatever.
on, think
Yeah,
different. Yes. Yes.
yeah,
Love it. Love it. All right,
yep,
Teray.
yep.
Come on now. Love it. All right, Heather. Ineffective marketing. What do you know you need to do different to stand out? Or do you need help standing out?
What I need to do is higher quality, higher value lead magnet. So I actually am stealing your digital magazine idea. I'm going to create a quarterly digital magazine for the authors that I work with to highlight them and give them just a little bit of extra exposure. And then something else I realized that I got from another coach, someone else, is to record my program modules, but like let people join them. They can't talk, obviously, while I'm doing them, right? I'm just going to record them. But then when I'm done with the module, I'll answer their questions and then record the next one. And then like in that way, they're going to get that. They don't get any of the worksheets or any of that stuff. It's just the module and that's it. I thought about doing that.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't quite like that one.
Okay.
Because again, I don't want you to use the information or any material from your paid thing. So
Mhm.
that is your main thing. I don't
Okay.
want you to do that, right? But what
Okay.
you could do is you can say, hey, you can have an event that's a free event, and you can say, hey, I just recorded a module from the course, and this is basically what it was about. Tell me what are your struggles in this area.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? But you're not giving them all the materials they would get in the module. And then when you're finished with the Q&A, you can let them know that all the value they need is in that module. So they do need to get your course.
Okay. Gotcha.
So we're
Okay.
not, so what I don't want y'all to do is cannibalize your offer. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Have to find a way to give high value without cannibalizing your offer. I do it every day. I will answer any question you got up in here on the topic that we're talking about, right? But that does not cannibalize my offer because you still lack clarity, structure, in the first strategies. You
Right.
still lack them, and without them, you struggle.
Okay.
And then if you and then if you had a doubt that you would struggle without it, you hear Heather and Teray and Shaky, the people who have a plan for me, say, "Oh yeah, I already had that in the plan."
Mhm.
And y'all sitting here still trying to figure out how to answer the question. So
Well,
you know definitely
yeah.
that you have an issue with clarity, structure, and first strategies. So yeah.
I mean, because, and this is for everybody. If you didn't go to the retreat, I'm just telling you now, go. Because, like I told you yesterday, my plan is always on my screen. I literally just have to go click on my little PowerPoint doohickey, click, and there it is. It's always up. I refer to it every day. I know every day what I'm doing because of that and the organic marketing workshop challenge. So
Exactly. All right. Thank you for that, Heather. Dewana, ineffective marketing. What do you need to do to stand out? What are you gonna do to stand out?
Well, unfortunately, happy, what's today? Wednesday, everybody.
Wednesday.
Fortunately, I did get my Facebook situation under control yesterday, so I started back working on that. So I'm in the baby phase of just getting things going. What I'm gonna do to stand out, I don't know yet, but you're giving me I'm listening to some really, really good advice. I love what Teray was talking about, Teray, and you got some good stuff going on. I've been following her too. So as I'm walking through this thing, it's coming into fruition. So I got started yesterday. I'm excited about that, and I was really, really working on Canva, getting some things. So I'm just working it now, and I'll keep going with that.
All righty. We'll be thinking about how you're gonna stand out. Glow, if
Okay.
you're available to come off the mic. Ineffective marketing. What do you know you need to do differently to stand out? Let's see if Glow can come off the mic. If you can't, Glow, put it in the comments. Also, we got Keith Munn over there on Facebook. Dr. Tachi and Shawana was over there. Now they're over here. So we'll get to hear from them. So Glow, put it in the comments for us. Kimberly Miles, you know that you probably can't come off the mic. So put it in there, but I see you put something. Tracy Powell, ineffective marketing. Ineffective marketing. What do you know you need to do differently to stand out?
Good morning.
Good
Well,
morning.
I definitely need to uh, recreate or create a new elevator's pitch when I'm talking about who I am and what I do, and be more confident in sharing that. But
Mhm.
also pulling everything together because everything I do actually intertwines with everything else. So I talk about the fact that I'm a new author, I have my journals, I have my new book, and then some days I talk about the fact that I'm a founder and executive director of my own nonprofit, Thrive Now 7A, which is a financial well-being nonprofit. Then I turn around and tell other people, hey, I'm a realtor with Keller Williams. But all that actually intertwines because it's all about holistic wealth and how I am a well-oiled dynamic machine that can take you from A to Z and get you where you need to be financially in home ownership, helping you save your home and also understanding your money. So saving your bag. So I need to figure out how to not talk about one thing today and something else
Mhm.
tomorrow because it's
Yeah,
confusing as to who I am,
it
but
is.
pulling all of that together because it all hits you holistically to create holistic wealth. Now, I do have, and I have created a general Facebook group for people who want positivity and creativity. But then I also have my book group, the group of people that have purchased my journal. And in that, I am walking them through my 12-week Grateful Life journal. Now, I also created a free app, a journaling app. I'm trying to actually tweak that app so that I can share it as a freebie
Yeah.
for those who have the journal. But I'm thinking maybe I should share that as a freebie for those who are in my general grateful community because it will get people in the habit of journaling. And the app actually takes what you write, it'll rewrite it in case you want to post it. And then it follows you for 30 days as you journal, and it gives you a synopsis or of what you've done over the last 30 days. It gives you kudos if you did great. If you had some bad days, it's going to give you positivity on what you need to do to be better. So I have all of these things, but now how do I push them out to actually show that, hey, I am different? I do stand out. I'm giving you more than you would get somewhere else. And I'm here for it.
Yeah. So, Tracy, what that is lack of clarity and lack of structure. That's what that is. And everybody that has it, when you were talking and you were naming all that stuff, they was like, "Oh, I love her, but oh, I wonder if she knows. Is she gonna tell her?" Yes, I'm gonna tell her. Yeah, that's lack of clarity, Tracy. And it's
Okay.
flat. It's fractured focus. You are going to confuse people. I don't even. I would have to do an assessment to bring it together for you. But when you say holistic wealth, and that's the piece that brings all the things together, then the piece that brings all the things together should be the piece that you create the most content on. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, exactly how to do that, you kind of need a roadmap, boo. I can't sidestep the fact that you need clarity and structure and the first strategies to pull it all together. But if you already know what the connecting thing is, that connecting thing should be what you talk about the most. And then how you get them to the connecting thing may vary based on where they need to start to get to the ultimate goal, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
what I will say is on the outside looking in, without having a roadmap, go to where my offers are. Go to shaycannon.com/offers, and you will see how I let people shop by time or money for the same thing, right? So I tell you, I want to help you get to your first six figures. How I'm gonna get you there is a framework, but how you work with me in that framework is different. Are you catching
Okay.
what I'm putting down? I know it may be hard because you're not kind of your mind hasn't shifted yet to the clarity that you need. But
Mm-hmm.
without you having a roadmap, that's like the best I can do. Number one, you already know what the connecting thing is, holistic wealth, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need to go deeper in who this is for. You need to go deeper in the content for holistic wealth, and that's going to direct you on the other things that you should be focusing on. But
Okay.
how you situate your offers so that people understand is there has to be some type of hierarchy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so going to shaycannon.com/offers kind of shows you the hierarchy. If you go down to the bottom of the page, you see my hierarchy. But it allows you to say, this is where I am, help me where I am. And you click a box and it tells you what the offer is.
Mm-hmm.
So that might help you sidestep the fact that you don't have a blueprint for clarity, structure, and the first strategies.
And it helps me go harder on getting my little money in so I can come to your thing.
First of all, ain't no money little. Let's say that one. Okay. Look, do I need to
Yeah.
put you in your own app to get some positivity? Ain't no money little. Right now, today, where people are struggling to get money, all money is big money. Do you hear me? So
I
yes,
hear you.
do what
Yes.
you got to do to get your investment because you already have heard from all the people how it's life changing, business changing, all of that. But yes, we're going to welcome you into the fold when you are ready. So that's fine. All right, Tracy. Ashley, are you where you can come off the mic? If so, ineffective marketing. What do you know you need to do to stand out? And just know Ashley might be just listening in, y'all. Ashley just be trying to support. She'd be like, "Oh, Shay, oh, let me see what she talking about."
We telling people my business.
I'm just saying.
So, with my marketing, I'm kind of going to pivot this year. So I'm pivoting to just marketing towards their business solutions for them. So, I am kind of trolling and scrolling and lurking in all the groups to see what are they suffering with so I can provide the gap. Because I think I told you, I've been doing enough coaching, a lot of coaching and not enough execution.
Yes.
So I'm going to where I have a captive audience already. They're complaining. I'm in their group. They already know I understand their problems because I'm a therapist as well. So that's my
I
theme
love that.
this year.
I love that.
And
Congratulations, man.
I would come off camera, but I'm still in my robe. So
No, I didn't. I don't request that y'all don't have to come off camera. I asked that you come off the mic. So get it straight. Look, I don't have PayPal money to give you when you come on here naked. I ain't got no extra money to give you for the display. So stay off camera. We just need you to come off the mic. That's it. That's it. That's all.
uh,
Thank you,
and
Ashley. I
I'm happy to
appreciate
be
it.
here this morning.
I appreciate you. All right. So before we get to Miss Auntie Shaky, our resident rich auntie, we got some Facebook participation going on over here. So Dr. Tanya said, I've got so much hidden personality that I need to release. I know that will align me with my people, use my voice, speak more, amplify my shine because I know I'm the ish. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm glad you know, because half the people don't know how funny you are. Number one, especially they might know. I mean, because you got that doctor, you got that PhD, so they know you're smart, right? They know you can help. But yeah, you need to get that value out there in your personality, because y'all know I walk in every room as myself, every room, the church rooms. Okay, the MBA rooms, the 7-figure room. I walk in every room as myself, and I am just as valuable when I walk in any room. So be yourself. Most definitely. Thank you for that, Dr. Tanya. Keith said, I don't know yet. However, the information you provided today gave me something to think about. Exactly. Dania said, I realize I need to have more of a presence. I don't post consistently enough. Well, Dania, what we would like for you to do is what we've learned is quality over quantity. So if you're going to post, make sure it packs a bang for your buck for how inconsistent you are. Okay. So we do want you to be routine, but you don't have to post every day to give value. You can post weekly. If you're going to post monthly, that need to be long form, right? It need to be worth having waited for. So quality over quantity. Zandra said, ain't got no money for you, Ashley. Zandra, cut it out. Okay. All right. Let's go to Auntie Shaky, our resident rich auntie. Ineffective marketing. What do you know you need to be doing to stand out?
I think you just said it, continue to be myself. Every single time I do posts where I am myself, those posts always tend to, you know, uh, they hit, for lack of a better word. So just being myself in my business and not being what everyone expects of a finance person. So that, and I like what you said, quality over quantity. But I can say this, and I know what some of the experts say. I mean, there's some experts that say post whatever, and then there's some that say, quality over quantity. But I know the other day I was sitting in the bathroom. Okay, that's a lot of information, but I was sitting somewhere and, and I had time, and
Yes.
I went to my Instagram and I started unfollowing people that had not posted in like over, let's just say, like a month or so. Okay. One, because looking at like our ratios of the people that follow us versus who we follow, sometimes that could, not a good look. And so if a person isn't posting often, why would I continue to follow them? You know what I'm saying? So I think that we need to kind of think about that
But you know
when
what,
we're
Auntie
doing.
Shaky, you only saying that because they only posted once a month, and then what they post ain't shit. You see what I'm saying? So if they posted once a month and they brought that file once a month, you'd be looking forward to whatever that post was once a month. So they don't have consistency and they don't have value.
Yeah, but I wouldn't see it. I don't even see it. So you know how the algorithm may not let you see it. So, but if you're just going through your timeline, if you're just going through your followers, and you're just clicking on their page, and all you see is they haven't posted in a month, I don't know. But I may be a unique case, but
Well, we'll also
I
talk
just want to
about
stay in front of
content
people.
in general, Auntie Shaky. So that could be an email, it could be a blog. So all of it is not just social media. So, but what you're saying about social media is correct. Like the algorithm, if you posting once a year, nobody gonna see that for real. So you're right about the algorithm of social media, but we're talking about content as a whole. So that could be a blog post, that could be a podcast, that could be, you know, something else where the algorithm is different, where when you do show up, they might get it. So yeah, but tell me more about the showing up any kind of way versus showing up in value.
So I tend not to show up any kind of way anymore, but I used to. Like, I've never been one of those people that took pictures of what I ate or something like that. But you know, just posting for sake of posting, just, you know, whatever. I leave that stuff now into my stories versus my actual timeline. But now I'm a little bit more intentional about what I want people to get from what I post. So they're not ambiguous about what you do.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm gonna tell you. So Casey Brown, our resident expert TikTok person, she always talks about casting a wide net, right? But what I feel like you need to do when you're casting a wide net is you still need to be bringing them into more of the niche of what you do, right? You don't want just anybody in your net. Like if you're fishing for tuna, right, and you catch, I don't know, a turtle, you know what I'm saying? But you know, ain't nobody finna buy the turtle. You don't want to have more turtles than tuna, right? So we do want to cast a wide net where our people are going to be in it, but we want more of our people in the net than people that's not our people, right? So that's why I played with stuff a little bit, but I immediately realized that when I do something that's not necessarily around business, I'm attracting too many of the people who might like how I look, like what I had on that day, like the fact that I was being silly or whatever, but none of them folks got a business. So how are they ever going to be valuable in the net? Right. So what I know is I need to be silly and cute and funny and all the things pertaining to business. Right. And then from there, niche them down to the people who need to make their first six figures. You see what I'm saying? So you are correct. Shaking. I love that. All right. Let's go to some of these comments over here in the studio chat. Kimberly says she's adding turquoise to her colors as part of her retro color. That'll fit nice, Kim. I'm looking at your colors on the screen. That will fit nice and have a nice pop of color. Kimberly also said, I am in the process of creating more content and post it. Yeah, y'all stop creating content and then keeping it to yourself. Create it and post it. I have a bunch of created just to have to put it in later. Yeah, do it, Kimberly, do it. Glow said, I am in the process of showing more content and getting more organic followers and letting Chat GPT help out. Yes, let it help out. Don't let it lead and be what you share. All right. And Kimberly says she's getting those funds up too. Y'all stop saying trying. Y'all remind me of Yoda, the Jedi Knight Yoda. Don't try, do. Okay. So let's go to Dr. Tachi. Ineffective marketing. How are you going to stand out? And let's see if
Good
Dr.
morning.
Tachi.
No, I'm here.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. So there are a number of ways. I love the newsletter idea that you have. And that's something that definitely I would like to implement quarterly. But the primary focus obviously would be viewers. So that's more so for them. I mean, it's for everybody in the ecosystem, but really for viewers and to engage them and to give them value and make them feel like they're part of a community. The
Yes.
challenges, I have like 3 challenges that I have written that I have not had time to launch yet. So
Okay.
those are really aimed more at the creators and possible creators, probable creators, want to be creators, so that
Yes.
they can start to get used to creating video, going live, and all of that, because there are people who want to do it and they really don't know how. And so those are the challenges that will be aimed towards creators. I mean, current creators can do it too, but it would really be towards potential creators.
I love that. I love that. So for your newsletter idea, what came to me as a download is if you could do a behind the scenes newsletter to go along with the network, then people are getting more information about the network and about the creators. I would love that, even if it's just a section, if not the whole doggone newsletter. So something to think about, right? Okay. let's go to Africa. We got Dr. Stacy on the line. Dr. Stacy, ineffective marketing, if you can come off the mic, what is something you're going to start doing to stand out?
Well, I didn't know, and so I'm glad that I'm kind of at the end, so I can hear other people's things. But I was thinking about, what you said about turning ebooks into podcasts.
Mhm.
And I was thinking in terms of like the holistic kind of lifestyle aim where, people learn about the cooking, how to find time just to get away. And I started, doing audible books, just listening myself because I needed some time. But yeah, other than that, I don't really know. I actually have a TV channel coming up, and I haven't even started content for that. So just trying to find a way to, I don't know, like engage with people like I used to like a couple of years ago. So finding the time to do that and the venue, I guess, would say to doing that.
Yeah, I love it. For you, definitely, please don't do your show live because of your connectivity issues. And you need to definitely batch record your stuff so that when you have connectivity, you're cranking out stuff. But that just stabbed me, and that made me feel like Dr. Tachi gonna hold me after class. So I'm gonna move on from you, Stacey, and good luck with that. Okay,
No
Shawana
problem, I
Kennedy.
will.
Hey, I don't hear the. Okay, Shawana Kennedy. You are our resident standout, right? You know how to stand out, from the purple hair we're looking at right now to helping other people to stand out, be visible, be heard. So I'm gonna ask you a different question. Do you have any tips on how these ladies can stand out?
Good morning and thank you. One of the things that when I was listening to Auntie Shaky, because of her personality, I don't know if she do it. I haven't seen it yet because I do watch her and I love, love, love that she show up as herself. Using as example of one of the posts that I posted 24 hours ago, it's where I did the duet, the side by side with LL Cool J. Yes, of course, LL is popular. However, what I did was make sure that I added something that is visibly pleasing, as well as read the captions, and I gave value. So not only are they seeing this pretty lady with LL Cool J, but the captions was saying something to make them want to know more about me. And that's something that I literally just did within the last 24 hours that now has over 2,000 views on there. So that's the whole borrowing someone else's information, if you will, but then putting your twist and of course, showing up in your beautiful elegance. Yes.
I love that. So that's on Instagram, Shawana?
Yes, ma'am. It's on Facebook too, but yes, it is on. I am Shawana K. Check it out. Go over there and hit the like for me. But yeah, doing those, I'm telling you, that is not dead. For some people, they're like, I don't want to do that. But that's a way too for you to ease your way into being seen. You're like, I don't have nothing to say. Find someone who is saying something that you like and you respect them, and you give your gap of information on that. That's a way to ease you in because I don't like my voice. Use their voice.
Love it. Love it, Shawana. That was a nugget. I don't know. I don't even know if Shawana should have gave y'all that for free. But she gave it. That's a nugget. And the testament to it is Teray said she saw it. Dewana said she saw it. So yeah. So if you're wondering if it worked, Auntie shake it and put the fire emojis in the comments, on the studio comments. So yeah. So I'm gonna go to Dr. LaFera.
Oh, wait, you know what I do have to add, ladies, just in case you was wondering, that was me feeling myself while I was in Mexico with Shay. I just had to add, okay. I just had to add that while I was in my room, okay? So go back and look. I was in my room in Mexico, okay? After having my face beautified, right? But my personality showed up on the screen. Okay, I'm gonna rest.
Come on now. Come on. I love it. I love it. All right. Dr. LaFera, close us out. Ineffective marketing. What do you know you need to do to stand out, Dr. LaFera? Because we've already revealed to people you triple board certified. That's a standout right there. Most doctors are not even triple board certified. So that's definitely a standout. The fact that you are with holistic wellness and wellness of women over 40, and you are a doctor. The fact that you are a pathologist. You study dis-ease, right? And so you are the one that is most credible to help them to come into ease because you know exactly what the fuck dis-ease is, right? So, Dr. LaFera, what are you going to do to stand out against ineffective marketing?
Well, I am all those things.
Yes.
Um, so w- listening to some of the ideas that I had,
Mm-hmm.
I already said this before, but a better lead magnet, and not just a better one, but like just a lead magnet, so I can start having people to know what they're coming in and what they're going to expect from me. Like, what am I leading you to? So, because I do a lot of stuff, but like what I'm leading you to is not what I do in my day to day as far as pathology. I'm not going to teach you how to look under the microscope, but I am going to teach you how to prioritize yourself and how to get started doing that. And once and talk to you about why you're not even doing that, because that is the reason why you're getting older and having the issues that are more severe as you get older, or the reason why you have a health problem and it is not being able to be managed without having to go to the doctor all the time, why you're not able to do natural stuff. And so that lead magnet um, it would be like a snippet of the wellness journal that I'm creating, because for me, over the past several months, I've realized that, because I was listening to somebody, a speaker, and they were talking about like bringing people out of the valley, going in the valley and then bringing them out. So I've been in the valley, and because I'm not in the valley as much, I don't, I haven't gone and brought people out of the valley. And so for me, what helped me to do that is learning my body to start, and then like doing all the stuff that I do. So it's just like helping them to see where they are, so that they can get the lead magnet. So that would be content too. So putting out that content, that educational content that does help them to connect with me. Because even though I am a doctor, I'm also a patient. And so like connecting those two and connecting how like both of those help me to be able to help other, and not just a patient, but a woman over 40 who deals with stuff that y'all are dealing with. So connecting those two in my content and being more energetic and stuff and engaging, like some of the people
More
talked
energy.
about,
Yes.
like even though I do have health issues, like still being engaging, because I ain't gonna get on camera and cry like some of these millennials do and stuff. But
If you do, you do. But
yeah.
one thing that came to me for you was a series called Under the Microscope, where you take where they are and what they understand and lead them to what is the cause of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you directing it towards women over 40, sorry. And you're basically using the fact that you are a pathologist and you look in the microscope as like the hook. But basically you're going to take what they understand of where they are. What is the symptom? What are they complaining about? And breaking it down to them of why that is the case. And then so some of that could be kind of scientific, some of that could be a part of your journey. Hey, this is how I'm feeling today, and let me break down why. Let me tell you what led me here and what I'm gonna do, right? So I love
Mm-hmm.
that idea for you, Under the Microscope. To Ray, before I let you take the mic, I'm going to go to Z over here in the group. She says, I need to gain more exposure to let people know what I'm doing. I accepted invites from women in veteran podcasts as a guest. I started accepting local speaking invites to discuss veteran benefits. In exchange, they promote my business and I bring my product to the event. Participating in community events attended by families. Okay, so she doing some real world stuff over here that y'all could be doing. Zandra said, I'm going to stand out more by this is a good subject. And oh, this is so good, Shay. So, all right, everybody's getting value. Teray, what did you want to leave us with?
I wanted to respond to Dr. LaFera. I was going to put it in the chat, but I'm a little busy at the moment. I was actually going to say some of what you just said, and then also add to take what Shawana gave us and do the opposite. So instead of do a side-by-side video of someone who is saying the thing that you want to say, do a video or post a picture of people who are miserable, you know what I mean, who have issues, and then you address it. I mean, that's pretty much what I do in my content. Dr. LaFera sent me a text a couple weeks ago, and she said, "Where do you get all your content from?" And I'm like, other groups. I'll take something from another group, and I'll disagree with it, but that's why I want to use it. So I'll post it, and then I'll say, "This is the problem with this." So what you want to do is the people who are having certain kinds of medical issues, you post that and say, this is what their issue is. This is what caused it, and this is how you correct it. So that's just an idea to resolve, the issue of being able to stand out or not being able to stand out. Just an idea.
Oh, love that. Love that echo. So we